Morning YouTube. It's Sunday morning and I thought it was about time that I did my review for the Rogue and Rogue Force. This nice 24mm tube mech in copper with the matching RDA on top. Without further ado, let's go down and have a look at the close-ups and go through it there. But cheers. Okay, so here is the Rogue and the Rogue Force RDA. Let's look at the RDA to start with. So what you have is this top cap with a really nice wide bore sort of Delrin or plastic chuff cap, which I haven't actually taken off yet. It's really firmly in there, so it's got quite a long sort of barrel almost that fits down into the solid copper top cap, nicely engraved as you can see there. So Rogue Force USA, and then you've got your airflow slots, so you can see it goes all the way through and then all the way through there. If you can see, are we focusing? Yeah, we'll focus in a minute. We'll get there. Come on, camera. So really simple sort of top cap really. The holes are slightly offset to fit with the deck, but yeah, really straightforward. And then we have the deck section itself. This is all in pure copper. It's not coated at all with anything. There we go. So there's the actual deck section. 4-post design, really nice big screw post holes and grub screws there. It has actually got quite a deep juice well down there. Hopefully you can see. Yeah. And these screws are hex screws, which are quite nice actually. It comes with a couple of extras as well. If I've got the box somewhere. Yeah. The box that it came in is just one of these jobs. Come on, you can focus, you can do this. It was the focus on the rest, but yeah, so it just comes in this little box. Really straightforward. It's got an Allen key in there, it's got a couple of extra O-rings, and it's got I think 6 extra grub screws, which is really positive. I really like the fact that it comes with those ones. They look like they're brass or gold plated. I suspect probably not gold plated for the price, but there we go. Come on now. No. And then on the bottom you've got a nice protruding 510 pin. It's actually sort of hexagonally shaped, all copper again, with a bit of peak or Delrin inside there, which is pretty nice. Fits nicely on the hybrid. I haven't actually used this dripper on anything other than the Rogue mech, but then you can change your airflow as well. So the airflow, these portions of the build deck actually work as airflow control. So what you have to do is you line it up there, and as you can see it blocks off your airflow there, and then you've got direct airflow to your coils through these holes here, and it blocks it off on both sides. And then you can spin this. In fact, it's actually gone in a little bit far. If you screw that down, you can see that it works perfectly. You can see that this has actually, in terms of the tone, this is raw copper, whereas this is coated. So you can see a slight difference in terms of how it's actually put together. So this is obviously, this is going to need polishing, whereas this won't. But yeah, so that's the Force RDA. Vapes really nicely. Then you've got the tube. So you've just got a fixed hybrid top cap. You can't change that at all. It comes in this box with a nice little sleeve. No extras at all, just this fake card, which I don't really know why they put it in there, but you know, it all adds the sort of the feel of the device. It makes it feel like you've actually bought something authentic. And then you've got the rest of it. So this is the actual mod itself. You've got airflow, venting holes across the top here. You've also got some battery venting in the bottom there. As you can see, I've had this for a week or so now, and it's getting scratched already, because you sometimes have to get your pair of pliers into there to actually unscrew this. There is a battery in here, but what you do is, to get your battery out, you just turn this. That catches the threads. Put your battery to one side, and as you can see, it's just a simple copper tube. Nicely machined actually, and the threads are really smooth. The engraving or the etching or whatever you want to call it is really deep. And then the button itself, so unlike the authentic, this has got magnets as opposed to your medical grade spring. Right, let's see if we can take this apart. So you've got magnets in there which push in, and you can actually take it apart by unscrewing your contact, and you will have to, from time to time, you'll have to tighten your contact, because it pushes out a little bit. But it's got a square post in the middle, which I think is quite a nice touch, because then it stops that button from spinning too much. You've got a magnet on the top, magnet on the bottom, and then they just mate in together like so. You've got a piece of Delrin or some sort of plastic insulator there, and then you just screw your contact back in. You can use some tweezers, or you can use some pliers if that helps, but I find that you can get it tight enough just using your fingers. And there we go, there's a reassembled button. As I said, the threads are pretty nice. Pop your battery back in, push that in there, finger tighten down. You can see that's the battery rattle, and then as you tighten this, that eliminates your battery rattle. There we go. Place your RDA on top. You can put whatever you want on this, but I think it looks nice with the Rogue Force. Hang on, what we'll do is, because the 510 pin on the Force is quite long, what you want to do is you want to probably put your atomizer on first, so that then goes all the way down to touch your battery, and then tighten it back up again until there's no more rattle, and then we have vapors. And there we go, that's it. Really simple mech, really nice mech actually. It fires really well. I've never had any misfires with it. It hits really nicely, and the airflow is actually cracking. But yeah, that's it. So let's go up and have a look at talking about it and have a bit of a vape. So there we go, that was the Rogue Force and Rogue Copper clone. Really nice mod. Really nice, especially since it's a clone. I think China's upped the quality of their clones actually. Um, they've thought about it. They've realised that they can't do that medical grade spring in there. So they've gone with the magnets, which I don't see a problem with. I think magnets have been sort of tried and tested throughout various vaping devices, and I don't see an issue with that. Although you will potentially get a little bit of battery drop off, which you wouldn't have got with that medical grade spring. It was a plastic polymer of some kind. But not having tried an authentic, then I can't comment. So what do I like about this? It's very weighty, it's very nice, it feels well machined, it feels well put together. There's very little in the way of any give in terms of any of the tolerances. It very rarely gets any hot button issues. It fires lovely. The vape off this particular RDA is really nice. It's again, I compare things to think like the Petri, but it's almost Petri-esque like airflow, maybe slightly more open. And you can cool it down a little bit if you want to with opening up the other airflow holes. But I like it with just those two open, although you can see a little bit of vapor escaping from one of the other bits if I blow out. Oh, bit of a dry here there. It's really easy to build on. Got nice big post holes, and you can just drip straight through the middle, which is something which I really like, not having to take the top cap off, because if you're taking the top cap off, then you have to make sure that you're lining it up, your airflow again, which is a bit more of a pain. But yeah, what don't I like? What don't I like? I think that the button, it does have a tendency to back out slightly. So with time and with firing, it will start to sit a little bit proud of there. As you can see, it's slightly recessed at the moment, but it will have a tendency to start backing out. And you can obviously see, can you see? Yeah, there's a few scratches on the bottom from where I've had to use the pliers to take the button out. But all in all, very nice device, really nice little mod. Very happy with my purchase. You can get these from various places in the UK and from China. I believe Knucklehead Vapes is selling this exact one. And it's about 40 quid, something like that, 40-45 quid. So it's not a cheap clone. In fact, I bought authentics which are more expensive. And then in terms of obviously the authentic goes anywhere from about 100 and I think it's 150 or 170 pounds, all the way up to a fully customized one, which is very expensive. I looked at these at the expo, and I was very tempted to buy a full authentic with lots of specialist engraving, all of that sort of good stuff from, I think it was the Yorkshire Vapor, and that was looking at £300 or £400. But I'm very happy with this as it sits at the moment. I think it may be a device which I will buy an authentic tube at least, just to see what I think. In fact, the RDA is very expensive as well. That is a $99 RDA, I believe, or £99. So again, very pricey. But yeah, cool. So that's that. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. As always, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you again for the next one. Cheers.